Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Scott, Big Daddy. This is Big Daddy's Daily Devo, and this is Friday, the 27th of June. And sitting here in my office, and I was talking to a good friend on the phone, and was talking about how God works in our lives and stuff. And she made a good statement, and I'm going to quote her. She said, "You can do it faster, but God can do it better." And that just that hit home to me, that I'm always trying to do stuff on my own, and I can do it pretty quick and get it done. But God's timing and God's way of doing things take a little longer, but He does it so much better than I do. And so I just want to pass on that nugget from my cousin Margie. Now, I want you to. What I'm going to talk about today is in Matthew chapter 26, and it's where this woman comes up and pours some perfume on the head of Jesus while he's sitting there having dinner at Simon the leper's house. And when his disciples, this is verse 8, when his disciples saw this, they were indignant. That's another way of saying they were mad. And they said, "Why the waste? This perfume could have been sold at a high price and the money given to the poor." Now, you remember yesterday I talked about the poor and giving to the needy and holding high regard for those that are in need. And so Jesus had been teaching his disciples. Jesus was all about taking care of those who are needy, noticing those whose lives were, here's a Bible word, downtrodden. Jesus looks over the crowd and he has compassion for them because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. They were needy people. They were harassed. They were helpless against the society they lived in. And so Jesus teaches disciples well. He's saying, hey, everything we do, let's do it for the needy. Let's do it for the needy. Let's do it for the poor. And the disciples say, hey, this perfume this lady just used on you, we could have sold it, and look how much we could have given to the poor. So, aware of this, Jesus said to them, why are you bothering this woman? She has done a beautiful thing to me. Now, here's the statement I want you to hear. The poor you will always have with you, but you will not always have me. When she poured this perfume on my body, she did it to prepare me for burial. So there's a purpose for why the woman did what she did. But the point of the matter is, Jesus makes a weird statement. He makes the statement, the poor you'll always have. And that's not even the key phrase in the statement, or in that passage. The key phrase is, but you will not always have me. And then he goes into the next verse and he says, the reason she did it, guys, is she's preparing me for burial. And this is one of those times that Jesus keeps reminding them, I'm getting ready to go to the cross, guys. And they just couldn't understand it. And so Jesus is reminding them, hey, there's a reason for this. But the poor you'll always have. Now, it's a weird statement. The poor you will always have. Why is that? Well, maybe I'm thinking outside the box, but just let me play with this for a second and see if you can get where my mind is going, because that's a scary place sometimes. But the poor you will always have with you is what Jesus says. I think maybe the reason that we have the poor is so that we as believers in Christ always have a ministry that we can accomplish, that we always have a ministry that we can perform. We always have a service that we can provide. It doesn't mean that you have to give a whole bunch of money. It does not mean that you have to feel guilty because you didn't give enough. What it does mean is that you begin to open your eyeballs and start to see the needs of those that are around you, especially those who have been harassed and are helpless in life. And so the poor you will always have with you, and one of the reasons that we always have the poor with us is because that's a reminder to us that we've got a ministry to do, that we're supposed to be reaching out to others. Philippians chapter 2, it says, consider others better than yourselves. And it uses the word humility. In humility, consider others better than yourself. Consider others' needs better than your own needs. Start focusing on serving other people. Give the love of Christ away. And don't ask for anything in return. God bless. I'll see y'all next time.